No shortcut home, no lucky ride, just guts and grind and time on your side. You can run from doubt, but you can't deny when it's heads up for glory. The chips don't lie. Glowing silence, faces lit in code, aces crossing continents on one electric road. Your morning cup is someone's dusk, hands collide in space. Poker's universal tongue, we deal in every place. 0 hour in Denver, high noon in Bahrain. Shuffle up, time's just another vein. World shift, no border can confine. We run the circuit on an endless line. Sydney sunrise feeding Vegas dusk. Talent meets the moment, adapt or bust. Clock hands blur, skills the gift. Play forever in the Syndicate world shift. Forever in the Syndicate world shift. Forever in the Syndicate world shift.
Well, looky here. We're right on time for a change. It is the World Shift right here on YouTube, playing live on pokernow.club. The Syndicate's World Shift game number 6. One table with just a handful of players. It's 2 o'clock in the morning some places, like here in Colorado, Denver, United States of America. But it's called the World Shift because the Syndicate is playing in all parts of the world, from Australia to the UK to, holy crap, my mic is really hot tonight. I don't know what's going on, but that's all right. The Syndicate Poker Club playing live on pokernow.club, a free-to-play poker client, a free roll tournament. And even though it's free, these guys play just as real as they would if it was real money. Some of the top sit-and-go tournament players that you will find on the Poker Now website. We'll give you more information on that here shortly, as our first hand goes down real quick. We shall take a peek at our roster for tonight's game. Why is my mic so freaking loud tonight? Unreal. Anyway, let us continue on. We got Case Lee, 4 King Ace, Millie, Biggie Large, Freak Child, Thunderbirds in the game tonight, this morning, whatever you want to call it. Jam Rock and Roll, and Big Boss, who's been coming in hot lately. Not sitting back in the back of the bleachers anymore. No more wallflower for Boss. Taking games left and right recently, so be interesting to see what happens on tonight's game as we continue to watch the action. Playing live over at pokernow.club. Completely 100% free to play. Check us out. Go play for free yourselves. Or join a Syndicate Poker Club. Your choice, however you want to do it. Got Boss Millie and Case Lee all in this hand currently. with a messy board out there, playing Texas Hold'em. Boss will have the flush. Texas Hold'em, 25-50 blinds to start here on this first round of blinds. Blind bets are put out before any cards are dealt out, 25 and 50. And then everybody can go around after the cards are dealt out and decide if they want to call, raise, or fold. People in the blind bets are kind of sucked into the hand one way or the other. And then the flop comes down, as you just saw, 3 cards, community cards, used by everybody. In this case, a 4-6 jack, known as a rainbow, because there's one of each different suit out there. 3 cards come out, a round of betting starts, going to the left of the dealer. If Millie can ever make a decision, there she goes. Jam, rock, and roll on the next action. He will pop it up to 100. Freechild will fold it. Boss will call it. Now another community card known as the turn comes out. This one's a jack of clubs. Boss will bet. Left of the dealer again. Over to Jam, who can call, raise, fold. He will raise it up to 200. And a 9 of spades comes out on the last and final community card. As Boss will take that down with 3 of a kind jacks. And that is a simplistic way to look at Texas Hold'em and how it's played. And blind timers go, as you can see up there in the upper right-hand corner. There's a little timer running, telling you what the next blinds are going to go up to. Each round is round or blind structure, whatever. Thank you. Whatever blinds. Anyway, they go up incrementally every so often. In this case, every 10 minutes, the blinds will go up another 25, 50, I believe, next hand. Yeah, it'll go up to 50, 100 next hand. Or not next hand, but next round. And then they'll start going up incrementally after that every 10 minutes on those blind bets. Biggie Large will take that one with a straight. His little itty bitty 6 hangs on for dear life. Jammers out, 4 king aces holes out. Freechild calls and limps in, as we call it, to call the blind bet. 9 queen 3, 2 hearts. Biggie checks it. Check is also part of the game. After the blinds are bet in on the once the flop comes down, everybody can have an option to check instead of make any bet and just kind of see what everybody else is doing, see what the next card is. Sometimes you get a free one, as the players are all getting at this point. 7 of clubs on the river could make things interesting. Everybody's going to check it around. Casely will take it with a pair of 3s. Not much exciting action right there. Biggest misnomer in poker is that everybody thinks it's such an exciting game. It really isn't. When you watch every single hand, as you see on a lot of the live streams, what you guys see all on TV 90% of the time is actually just highlights of the exciting moments in poker. Everybody going for the 100. Jack 4 ace, another rainbow out there. Casely checks it to Freechild, who checks it. Millie's going to pop in 50 chips. Biggie Large, also known as the Big Bully. A three of spades comes on the turn. Freakchild checks it. Millie checks. Biggie checks. Ace comes out with Freakchild checking. Millie bets it. And everybody's out. And Millie is going to show Jack 6. Two pair aces over Jacks. Four, queen, five, Jack. We got three clubs sitting on that board out there. With Millie, Biggie, and Jammer all in the hand, checking it down to the river with a king of diamonds. Millie's 50 will cause Biggie to fold out. We are off to another rip-a-roaring hand here. Everybody limping in for the 50 so far. Casely says no. Jammer says okay. Thunderbird is offline. Jammer and Millie going at it. Three hearts on the board. Aces of whatever those are, diamonds, comes on the turn. Millie betting a minimal 50. Jammer going up over the top. And Jammer will take it with the ace on the river. Getting the job done there. Jam Rock and Roll coming out of Australia, 68 years old. 13th overall in the Syndicate Poker Club. An overall ranking in the sit and goes over at pokernow.club of 44th. Annoyed by a lack of music. Once had quad aces at the Flamingo Casino. Live action poker. Rumor has it, the game was rigged. Much like it is over at pokernow.club. Okay, we had to check something on the mic there. That was a little weird. 952 on the board there. Nothing spectacular happening. And we did not need to see Jam Rock and Roll's face again. Boss betting out with Pocket Kings. We'll take that one down. As you can see, the Syndicate talking around at the table. Table talk, as they call it. But with the Syndicate being a fairly tight-knit group of wannabe pros, they generally just have general conversation. But table talk sometimes can be construed as being trash talking to get people to throw off their game or get information about people's hands. Queen 4-10 on the Freakchild's action. Two spades on that board. Freakchild will check it. Boss will check it. Millie checks it. Biggie checks it. Jammer checks it. And a 10 of hearts. And we're going into Check City. One thing you'll see about the Syndicate Poker Club, no all-in donk plays. as you will see a lot of times in free online poker. Like we said, these guys play for free, but they play for real. Online poker, generally, you get a lot of players out there that just go all in every hand and hope for the best. 8 of clubs comes out on the river. Boss going 500. Jam's going to call it, and Boss will take that one down with a straight queen high. Boss kind of coming out of nowhere lately. Having a bad run for a little while, and now is getting definitely getting the job done recently. If we can find her somewhere. Is she in here? There she is. Jammer's going to fold out. Thunderbird going 100. Call. 50 to go for Boss. And Millie on the option to check or raise. Millie will check it. Worst hand in poker on the board. 7-7 deuce. 2 clubs out there, though. Thunderbird. Mayor, nay, there we go. And there we go with a third 7 on the board. So now the worst hand in poker could be quads, could be a boat, could be a boat and a boat with a boat over a boat and a bigger boat, because it's Jaws and we'll all need a bigger boat at this point. Everybody checking around. This could be anybody's hand at this point. And a 5 of hearts comes out on the river. Everybody checking it around. Boss will end up catching the full house there with the 5 on the river. No quad. Everybody limping in for the 100. The blinds have gone up. 5,100. Biggie large on the option. King deuce 10. Millie checks it. Biggie checks it. Everybody's checking. Boss. Going like a boss with 400. That'll get everybody to fold so far. Thunderbird. Out. Freak Child will play. Freak Child checks the 8 of hearts. Boss checks it as well. 3 of clubs. Boss will go 100. Freak Child calls it. Shows a queen 10. Boss will take it with the pair of kings there. Millie on the button. Biggie in the small blind. Casely in the big blind. A lot of other live streams out there talk about the bigs, the big blinds, or the blinds. We're betting 5 BBs and all that. Well, this is kind of what that looks like. Let's switch that screen over. Basically, this is a way of scoring online, or not scoring, but a way that people keep track of their chip stacks, of how many big blind hands they have left in their stack. Poker, of course, built off of a chip and a chair more than it is blinds. But this kind of system kind kind of reared its head up in the last, more widely used in the last 5 years or so. But whenever you see some of these other streams where they say, I got 5 bigs, I'm betting 5 bigs. That's what they mean, is they're betting 5 big blinds, because the amount of chips they have in their stack is that's how many big blind bets they have. So, but we stick to chip in a chair, whatever you want to call it, structure of actual chips. So Casely's 100 will take Freechild out of the running. Biggie Large will be out of there. Casely will take that one down. A lot of crap on that board, so God knows what was going on. Probably a big bluff. These guys are not known for their bluffing. Pretty much if a player is betting something with the syndicates, they got it. That's about how they run. So everybody limping in so far. Millie on the action. Casely will pop in the extra 50. Jammer on the option will check it. 2 queen, jack, 2 diamonds. Casely on the hot seat will check it. Jammer hanging on for dear life with the decision. Still having breakfast, or is it dinner? No, it's dinner in Australia. Breakfast is where Thunderbird is having breakfast. Jammer's having dinner, I think is what it is. Everybody checks it around. A 10 of hearts comes on the turn. Jammer go 100. Freechild calling it. Boss folding out. Jammer's action with a 3 of spades. Checks it over to Freechild, who goes up 600. Called, and Freechild will take that one down with a pair of jacks. Not running any music at the moment. We should, but we're not doing that yet because we have something else going on. Oh, you guys can't hear the action at the table, though. I just realized that. Pardon my insolence, sir. Oh, no, wait. No, yeah, you guys are missing out. There you go. Now you guys can hear the sound effects better. Freechild will fold it out. Boss going for 200. Millie's out. Piggy. Everybody's going in so far. Blinds have gone up to 100, 200, so everybody's just limping in at this point. And Thunderbird has gone offline again. Working ace will check it. Well, checks it. Whatever it is he's doing. 2 clubs. Over to boss. Checking. Everybody's checking around so far. And a 7 of spades on the river, the final community card that everybody can use. Sometimes the entire board plays better than any of the player's hands. Sometimes you'll see in a hand similar to this, not that this will happen here, but all four players will end up having a four-way split pot because the board will play better than anything they've got. Probably not the case with the two of clubs sitting out there. Everybody checking around. Casely on the final action. We'll check it as we see Forking Ace will take it with that, indeed, pair of twos. As we said, not every hand in poker is completely exciting. Oh, in any case, the Syndicate Poker Club playing live at pokernow.club. A free-to-play poker client. Free Poker with Friends was the original moniker. I think they still go by that, even though they've done some revamping over the recent months. But completely free-to-play. Free-to-play sit-and-go tournaments, free-roll tournaments. Ring games. You can build a club. Actually, you have to be part of the premium subscription there, but it's just a subscription. No money involved. But check it out at pokernow.club. The Syndicate just finished up a couple nights ago the Overdrive game that's going on. The Omaha Overdrive series runs until September 8th. You can check out some of those live streams. No live stream from this week's game. But always make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, but different game. The Syndicate channel here will be broadcasting the Underclub assembly of the Syndicate's Gauntlet series. Game number 3 of that series. Some of the up-and-comers for the Syndicate Poker Club battling it out, showing they've got what it takes to handle the pressure and manage chips and make the reads, make the plays. So check that out. The Gauntlet tomorrow at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. (2 a.m. Mountain Time. I should be more specific. 2 a.m. Mountain Time, 4 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. In the UK, I believe. Syndicate, as you saw, if any of you were following along with some of that chat, I didn't want to point it out too much. Syndicate under a little bit of fire recently. But that's okay. Those Syndicate guys take this game way too serious. Well, they don't take it that seriously. But they try to play the game as opposed to just come in and button mash and gamble away, so to speak. Lottery system, as they call it. Playing cards for strategy and things like that. Just like Monopoly. You play Monopoly's not real, but you play it for free, but you play it for real. Play the best you can. Same thing with free online poker. Can be played seriously. Eight, 8, 10. 2 clubs on the board. And another club comes in the form of a 3. All in for Forking Ace Hole, who is due. Ends up catching his 10. beating out the 2 pair from Boss, King's over, and ends up boating it. Crazy turn of events on that hand. Big flip on the River of Tears, as we call it. Even have a song for it with the Syndicate Poker Club. Speaking of Forking Azul, his favorite game, actually leading currently the Omaha Overdrive Series, is Omaha, a variation of Texas Hold'em poker in a way. That's why it's just called Omaha. People in Texas have nothing else better to do. Forking Azul currently sitting first in the Syndicate overall. Overall sit and go ranking at PokerNow.club is 9th. He has been a PokerNow sit and go champion, and even has his own fan club, which you can check out on our website for the Syndicate at syndicatepokerclub.com, which I believe is not on that button. It is on this button right there. Come check us out. syndicatepokerclub.com. Rosters, stats, games, upcoming events, little backstory of the Syndicate, all there for you. And, of course, don't forget, we are over at pokernow.club, a free-to-play poker client. Free to play, free to join, free to do whatever you want. Tell you a little bit more about some of the Syndicate's upcoming games. Huge upcoming series coming up at the end of World Shift. They'll be starting a new one. And we will be running that for you here shortly. One thing we have not done yet. Take a peek at our what's going on there. I have no idea. That's interesting. Our leaderboard got kind of goofed up there. Currently, our leaderboard is Forking Azul sitting up there with almost 3 times what Casely's got sitting in second. Everybody else kind of sitting even still. Boss taking that big hit with that boat on the river from Forking Azul, so she is down at the bottom in 8th place right now. But everybody else kind of feels pretty even for the most part. Everybody's still kind of somewhere near their opening chip stacks right now. Forking Azul with a commanding lead after that boat win. But it can all change in a matter of a heartbeat, depending on how the cards fly. 9, 10, 4. 2 hearts. Five of clubs comes on the turn. Thunderbird, Forking Azul, and Jammer all in the hand. King of diamonds comes on the river. And everybody will check it out with Forking Azul taking that one. And off to a new hand. Thunderbird going all in pre-flop. That'll get everybody to fold out. Thunderbird showing ace-jack offsuit. Interesting play there. Jam Rock and Roll in the action seat. We'll fold out Thunderbird. We'll go 400. Preachow will call it, and Boss will check the option. 9-5 Queen. Preachow checks it over to Boss. Boss sending it over to Biggie. Biggie sending it over to Thunderbird. Thunderbird says no more freebies. Everybody folding out off to Biggie for the last possible action. Says no, Thunderbird will take it down. And we will not find out what it were. Yeah, take a peek at how our leaderboard is changing up a little bit. Casey's dropped a little bit. Now sitting in third. Preachild's starting to drop down as well. Everybody's starting to, the field's starting to kind of pull away from each other here a little bit. With a 4 ace 10, 2 diamonds on the board. And Boss will take that one with God knows what. Casely in the action. Lines are up at 200, 400. She will limp in. Everybody limping in so far, except for Boss, Forking Ace Hole, Jammer, all saying no. Millie will not call the extra 2. And Biggie will check the option. Queen 6, 8. 2 hearts on the board. Checked around to Thunderbird. Everybody busy talking while Thunderbird's clock is ticking down. And Thunderbird made time out here. And times out with a check. Preachow bets 4. Biggie Large calling it. Casely. Says no thank you. Thunderbird has gone offline. So this will probably be a fold unless Thunderbird gets back before the timer runs out. It runs out, and a jack of hearts on the turn. Biggie Large. 600. Preachow calls it. Another heart on the board in the form of an ace. And Biggie Large with the flush. Oh, Freechild had 3 of a kind. Good read by the Freechild. Pretty easy read, really, with that many hearts on the board. Millie on the button. Biggie Large, the small, Casely, and the big. Jammer in the action. Thunderbird has rejoined the action. On this Game 6 of the Syndicate's World Shift Series. Players from literally all over the world. Australia, the UK, and the United States. Strewn all over the United States. Everywhere from Massachusetts to Connecticut to Denver to Los Angeles to even Hawaii and Alaska. Maybe not in this game, I don't think, though. But the Syndicate does have players worldwide. and check out their roster over at syndicatepokerclub.com. And check out some of their game series coming up, which while we wait for whatever's going on here, let's take a peek at what is coming up after the World Shift Series does hit its final table.
I don't need no chips, I just need your flair. Freak Child's coffee, now it's my kind of affair. Acer lit a smoke, blinked once then sighed. That priceless lighter, baby, it's been chase-ified. You're here for the blinds, I'm here for the buzz. Like a glittered up raccoon with a god complex. Just because. Catch me if you can. Syndicate elite. Your roster's full of killers, but I'm light on my feet. I don't play a hand, but your table's been pranked. I'm the klepto kingpin, and you are my bank. Billy Porter wine, turned once it's gone. Suspects the dealer, but that read is so wrong. You built a fortress of cold calculation.
Well, there you go. The Syndicate's upcoming next series. Where's Chase? A bounty series that the Syndicate will be running. Very different from any other bounty series that you will ever find anywhere. Except in crazy poker house rooms, probably online. But check out all of the game series from the Syndicate Poker Club over at syndicatepokerclub.com. And the Syndicate Poker Club, as we said a million times, but we have to keep saying it, otherwise YouTube has a shit fit. PokerNow.club. Free poker. Free roll poker. It's free poker. Thank you for that. This is a free poker game. The Syndicate plays for free, but plays for real. Every game. And don't forget to subscribe and join and all that good stuff. Come have some fun with the Syndicate. And all the other players over at PokerNow.club. About 10,000 players monthly in the sit and go monthly seasons. Most of these Syndicate players all sitting in the top of the leaderboard. Pretty much the top 100. Syndicate usually represents about 20% of the leaderboard most of the time. So they are not slacking, that's for sure. Freakchild has gone all in. Boss ace queen over ace 4 hearts for Freakchild will not be good for him. And that will pop him out as Boss takes it with the queens over 3s with the ace kicker. And the Freakchild will finish out in 8th place. So that will round our board out with 4 King Ace Hole still in first. Casely popped back up into second. Thunderbird has dropped down to 5th now. And Jammer now bringing up the rear in 7th place. As we see a 3-10 Queen 8 on the board. Boss and Biggie going at it. Biggie will take it. Speaking of bounty series, the Syndicate, well, no, let's go to that, I guess, first. Coming up this weekend on Sunday, the Syndicate will be hosting, once again, an open house. The Syndicate will be hosting a full-on free roll tournament for anybody to join. For more information about it, you can email info@syndicatepokerclub.com. or get in touch with somebody on the Discord over at the Poker Now Discord. But you can find all the contact information over at syndicatepokerclub.com. Or Open House 2, a completely free roll tournament in which the syndicate is pretty much saying, hey, come take us on. Everybody will limp this one around. Casely in the option will go up pre-flop. Ace says no. Biggie Large is out as well. Casely, Pocket Jacks. Pocket Jacks, a killer of the syndicate. Get those out of there. They're worse than pocket aces for most of these guys. Well, you'll see them all bet it so hard. Millie says no thanks. Biggie's out. Casely, 49th overall in the sit and go rankings over at pokernow.club. Likes to play Hold'em. Hails from Colorado in her 40s. Is a multi-time World Series of Poker cash finisher. Hates river rats and shit talkers, actually. And also is 4th overall in the syndicate as of current. But as these series start to come to a close, World Shift will be coming to a close here in about 2 weeks. Those stats will all change for all these players here very, very quickly. $473. Pretty crappy board sitting out there. Everybody's betting it hard, though. 1,200 to go on that one. Boss will call it. Checking the queen of diamonds and now a 4 spades. Thunderbird going 1350. Boss saying no. Thunderbird with a straight on the 7 high. Everybody with the applause for everybody. Syndicate plays against each other, but with each other and for each other. We're not for each other, but root for each other, I should say. Can't say they play for each other. The Thunderbird's over there playing Boss's hands. Oh, I'm just kidding. Casely says 18 to go. It's going to be another 12 to Millie who says no thank you. Casely, Pocket Jacks again? We'll never know. Blinds at 3-6. Millie calling it. 6 to go for Biggie. Jammer says no thank you. 7-8 ace of spades. And a 3 of diamonds comes out on the river. And pair of aces there for Boss. Playing it like a boss. So hard lately. Biggie Large, the big bully, actually has been fairly quiet recently. Casely in the action, timing out. 9 to go for Boss. She won't take it. Millie is all in with an 8-4. Ace against Ace is the Thunderbird. Now looking good here. And that will do Millie in. Even catching a 4 on the river. So Millie will head on out on this one. Millie, also hailing from Australia, 27 years old, 12th overall on the Syndicate leaderboards, 30th overall on the Poker Now Sit and Go rankings. Annoyed by lack of wine, but has gotten lots of royal flushes online. Or is that just the wine talking? We don't know. But Millie heading out in 7th place. Game 6 of the Syndicate's World Shift Series. Right here on the Syndicate. On Poker Now. On YouTube. On Earth. On the Internet. We're everywhere. The Syndicate is always watching. So with that, that will change our leaderboard up by a little bit, not too much. Jammer now bringing up back to bringing up the rear now. But with the blinds at 3-6, he's only got a couple of hands left. He's going to have to make a move here pretty soon. Taking a peek at the leaderboard here. 9-8-6, 2 diamonds on the board. Biggie checking it. Casely going 12. Boss calls. Biggie says, no thank you. Boss says, no thank you. Casely, leaving her hands a secret. Leaving her hands a secret, just like not Omaha Overdrive. We've already talked about Omaha Overdrive. I need a new producer. Secret Bounty on Saturday afternoons in the U.S. SyndicatePokerClub.com. You can check out all the schedules over at SyndicatePokerClub.com. Anyway, Secret Bounty. Different style of bounty poker game in which nobody knows who's got the price on their head until after the game is over. So somebody gets bonus points for knocking somebody out, but they'll never know who it is until the very end. And it'll be very similar to Where's Chase that comes up after the World Shift Series. Syndicate Poker Club playing over at PokerNow.club, a free-to-play poker client. Free to play, free to join, free to do whatever. But also has premium membership there, in which you can do all sorts of extra things like have avatars and things of that nature. Build poker clubs such as the Syndicate Poker Club. Send emojis. All that good stuff. Send PokerNow.club. Club. C-L-U-B. PokerNow.club. Not .com. .club. Originally started on Discord. 287 on the board. Boss going all in. And nobody wants to play that game with her pair of sevens she shows. Acer had it as well. Blinds 4-8. Thunderbird offline again. And we will check the option with Acer. King 6-3. 2 diamonds. Both players check the 9 of spades, whatever those are. Shovels. And another 9 on the board. And a check from both players will give Boss the high card on that one with the pair of 9s. Oh, we'd change that profile picture. Maybe not. Boss and Jammer going all in with Jammer here. Jammer going into the lead a little bit, but now all done as Boss does catch the straight on the turn. So Jammer will make an exit in 6th place. And that will give Boss a little bit more breathing room now as she moves up into 2nd. Casely sitting in 1st, but still followed pretty closely by Four King Acehole. Thunderbird and Biggie Large. Hanging by a thread at this moment. Thunderbird offline still. Thunderbird coming out of England, age 23 years old. Overall sit and go ranking at poker now is 34th out of thousands of players, by the way. Notable poker accolade for Thunderbird is was the Newcastle University 2024 champion. Plays a lot of college poker out there at Newcastle University. College student. Always learning, always trying to figure things out, but has not figured out the Syndicate by sitting 10th in the Syndicate overall. But getting there. Learning how to play a little bit more competitively. With help from the Syndicate poker coaches of Four King Acehole and all the players really coach each other in different ways, in different forms. Boss going 18 with 3 clubs sitting on the board. Casely will say no thanks. 2 pair of jacks and deuces is what Four King Acehole would have had. And Biggie Large will survive the all-in and live to see another hand. Casely limping in for the 800. Boss will check the option 375. 2 clubbies. $16 from Casely will be enough. Could have been a chase from Boss right there. But that was a no-go. Boss going 800. Jack 5-9, 2 spades. A lot of double up flops on the suits. A lot of rainbows tonight, too. And Casely will take that one, giving Biggie Large a good dent in what he had left there. Biggie Large going all in with the 5. He'll survive it. King 4-8 on that board. from Biggie Large with Ace King. Big slick. Ace 10-10. 15 from Biggie. Called by Forking Ace Hole over to Biggie. Only going 8. And a third 10 shows up on the board. That thing is sopping wet out there. 1,000. Biggie's all in. Has the ace. And more than survives. And comes back huge. And that definitely changes our chip stacks now. Casely still sitting in first. Biggie Large now bringing up second. $24 to go. Ace King. Sorry, 4 King Ace Hole. Checks it. Casely 16. Everybody checking around. Jack of Spades. And an 8 of Spades on the river. Everybody checked it around. Pair of jacks for a forking ace hole. Give him a little leverage. Thunderbird will exit the game in 5th after missing multiple blinds and being offline indefinitely. Boss going 3. Throwing it to Biggie. That'll be enough with 2 pair 8s and 6s. Blinds are up 500, 1,000. Biggie Large going up another grand. Casely will call it. 2 10s and a 7. Grand apiece with an 8 of clubs on the turn. Grand apiece again with another spade and the queen. And chases out the queen. Unusual play from Biggie Large to be chasing it out. He's gone from being the big bully to being the big chaser. Not really the wisest of ways to be playing. $25 from Biggie Large with 3 hearts on the board. Queen Jack, 2 pair on the flop. Boss and Biggie Large going at it with 3 more hearts on the board again, right off the bat. Although this one could turn into a straight flush with 9-10 queen. And we got a jack of spades. Will help take that one down for a high card win for Boss. Forking ace hole going all in at 36.50 with Casely's raise, who will call. Pocket 5s for Casely. Pocket kings for forking ace hole. Could be a flip. Either one of them catches trips. This could be, well, there's the trips. And a 4 comes on the river. Casely's still alive. As we said, anything can change very quickly now that these blinds are going up and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Biggie Large going up. Casely will call it. 8-6 queen. 2 hearts on the board. Biggie Large going 1,000. And does not show. Boss in the action. 1,000 to go. Casely all in at $4,000 for possible punt there. $5,000 on Casely now. Casely popping up the bet in the pot there. And that'll give her a little bit more in her stack for now as the blinds come around. Working ace hole, 3,500. Good cards, big bets. And everybody's getting scared at this point. Is what it's starting to appear. Casely in the option. With 1,000 on the big blind. Check from those two players. And Forking Ace Hole will go 3 with the Queen 10-10 on the board. And there's your other queen. Game moving very quickly as we're getting through these hands very fast. 9-7-5 on the board between Forking Ace Hole and Boss. Grand apiece will go to a Queen of Clubs. Boss going all in. Acer says no. Boss caught the queen on the turn. And Biggie Large will take the blinds. Biggie Large sitting in first. Boss in second. Working Ace Hole, and then Casely. Your top 4 so far. Big battle. Anything can happen at this point. Just one all in can change the whole game here. Casely going up, betting the pot at $3,000. Boss will go up over the top. Taking Casely all in. King 10 against King Ace. Ace comes on the flop. And that will do Casely in fourth. With Boss's ace. Taking that one down. Down to 3 players. Boston, Biggie Large with Forking Ace Hole. 3-5-10. Rainbowed up. 9 in diamonds. Two 7s and a queen, 2 hearts on the board. 1,000 from Biggie. And Boss folds out. Trip 7s on the flop for Biggie Large. Syndicate playing over at pokernow.club. Free to play poker. Free to play poker client. Free to pay? It's free to pay. Free to play poker client. Pokernow.club. And also check out the correct overlay of syndicatepokerclub.com, or syndicatepokerclub.com. Player stats, player rosters, upcoming games, backstories, and all that good stuff with the Syndicate Poker Club. I can't even talk. Most people are getting up for work here in the U.S. right now, and we're still playing poker. Broadcasting live right here on YouTube. The Syndicate on Poker now on YouTube. Subscribe for our next broadcast. Tomorrow, we'll be back 2 a.m. Mountain Time, 4 a.m. Eastern, with the Syndicate's underling club, the Assembly, and their game series called The Gauntlet. True test to see how the up-and-comers can handle themselves with different chip stacks and all the like. Blind's about to go up another 100, 200 here. So it'll go up to 600, 1,200 for the blinds to go. Game 6 of the World Shift Series with the Syndicate Poker Club. Forking Ace will take that with the eights, but had the Ace King kicker. On the interim, we will hang tight for a little bit, let you guys enjoy the action. And we will take a break from the mic as we watch the rest of this game unfold of the Syndicate's World Shift Series, game number 6.
Triple espresso and a Mountain Dew chaser. Heart's racing like I'm dodging a laser. Over caffeinated and not drunk at all. No whiskey haze, just a caffeine brawl. Nerves on fire, but my screen is cold. This online hell's where my soul gets sold. And what I do in Mexico stays in Mexico. Sober as a monk in a poker trap. Reading the board while losing my crap. Nothing I'm saying is making much sense. I argue with the cat, the game got tense. I wanna know where Chase went. He ghosted mid-hand, just fucking left. Last I saw, he shoved with queen 5 off. Now he's in my ass. Wait, I meant Miami. I'm talking nonsense, I'm losing the plot. I called a raise with what I thought was a lot. Turns out it was a napkin and a fork. Guess I'm playing poker on a caffeine torque. The group chat's roasting, they think I'm dead. I'm Googling if caffeine fries your head. Where's Chase? Who knows? He's free and 10. While I'm here crying over rubber bands. Where the fuck is Chase with AC Slider? Sober as a monk in a poker trap. Reading the board while losing my crap. Nothing I'm saying is making much sense. I argue with the cat and the game got tense. I wanna know where Chase went. He ghosted mid-hand, just fucking left. Last I saw, he monk in a poker trap, reading the board while losing my crap. Nothing I'm saying is making much sense. Let's go! Sober as a monk in a poker trap, reading the board while losing my crap. Nothing I'm saying is making much sense. I argued with the cat in the game on tense. I wanna know where Chase went. He goes to mid-hand, just fucking left. Last I saw, he shoved with queen 5 off. Now he's in my ass. Wait, I meant Miami.
Well, in the interim of not having a mic here, we have lost Four King Ace Hole, who will take third place in Game 6 of the Syndicate's World Shift Series. And now we're heads up with Boss and Biggie Large. Boss with a slight lead chip-wise over Biggie Large, but that one will pretty much even us out. Now it's a 50-50 shot pretty much. Heads up action may not be very exciting. Always depends on your players and how aggressively they can play the heads up. Very mixed board out there. 3 diamonds, though, with the 10 coming out. Boss will take that with a pair of 8s. Blinds at 612, about to go up here in another minute and a half to 714. Biggie Large going up 34 to go with ace 10 against the 7-4. Not much hope there for Boss. But once again, they don't really have a hand until the flop comes down. Ace deuce 4, $4 from Biggie. That'll be enough to take. Wow. Pocket 10s from Boss. Now pocket 10s from Biggie. Eight ace jack. Rainbowed up. Boss getting dwindled down here slowly but surely, going up another $4. Biggie Large calling it. 3 diamonds on the board. 7 ace 6. Another ace on the board. Ace of clubs. Boss will go all in. And that will be enough. With a full boat, 7s over aces. Ten deuce 9, 2 clubs, Boss's action. Both players checking for another 9 on the turn. 14 from Boss. Minimal bets here. 4 spades. Both players with King 8. That will be a chop pot. $3 to go on this one. 3 diamonds on the board. A 6-3-9. A 4th diamond in the form of a jack. $6 from Boss will be enough. Having the flush. Jack high flush, but 10 in the hand. 28 to go on this one. 9 jack deuce. 2 clubs. 9 in the jack of clubs. Boss going 98. Getting very aggressive. Jack deuce 2 pair. $35 from Biggie. Boss will go 2, 4, 7. $14 from each player with a 6 of spades on the turn. Both players going for 49 with a 5. Big straight sitting out there on that board. And it ended up coming down to a high card with the ace high. Neither player catching straight or a pair on that one. Boss going 42. King 7-5 rainbowed up. Boss going all in. Had the ace high on that one. $4,000 to go. No good. Big slick. Biggie's going to take it up to $5,000 to go. Boss out. Another big slick, this time suited. Spades. Game could be rigged. Just kidding. $2,800 to see the flop. 255. Couple of diamonds out there. 14 was enough. Pocket sevens for Biggie Large. Boss getting dwindled down a little bit again. Taking the blinds on this one with an ace 10. Blinds at 700, 1,400. Just shifting chips back and forth at the moment. 5 Jack 10. Another rainbow out there. 9 of hearts. Biggie will go 14. Boss shows a 2-3. King 4. Heart draw on that one. Had the high card. 3 King Ace. Not a 4 King Ace though. Still a classic moment in Syndicate broadcast history was when it was 4 King Ace hole getting a 4 King Ace on the flop. King 3 in the lead with 2 pair. And that 10 does not help Biggie. Keeps Boss alive. Doubling up. Biggie going up to 3. Boss will call it. King 5, Queen 5-5. 5 to go from both with a spade on the turn in the form of a 10. All in from Boss. Boss going all in with the flush. Biggie Large had a chance for the boat to win, but did not get it. Boss taking this one down like a boss and hitting Biggie Large huge. Taking Biggie Large all in. Diamonds will be of no help for Biggie Large. King 3 against Ace 4. Not much on that board to help, and Boss will take that with the high card, Ace High, to take it over Biggie Large. So Boss will take first, Biggie Large will take second. 4 King Ace hole, finishing out your top 3 in the Syndicate Game 6 of the World Shift Series. And our final leaderboard falling out with Boss, Biggie Large, and 4 King Ace hole, first, second, third. Casely taking 4th. Thunderbird popped out at 5th. Jam Rock and Roll 6th. Millie 7th. Freak Child going out in very last place of 8th in Game 6 of the Syndicate's World Shift Series. And after the World Shift Series ends, another series will start up called Where's Chase? And take a peek at that, and we will catch you guys on the next broadcast tomorrow, 4 a.m. Eastern, with the assembly of the Syndicate's Gauntlet Series, game number 3, tomorrow, 4 a.m. right here on the Syndicate on Poker Now on YouTube.
I don't need no chips, I just need your flair. Freak Child's coffee, now it's my kind of affair. Ace or let us smoke, blinked once then sighed. useless lighter. Baby, it's been chase-ified. You're here for the blinds, I'm here for the buzz. Like a glittered up raccoon with a god complex. Just because. Catch me if you can, Syndicate elite. Your roster's full of killers, but I'm light on my feet. I don't play a hand, but your table's been pranked. I'm the klepto kingpin, and you are my bank. Millie Porter wine, turned once it's gone. She suspects the dealer, but that read is so wrong. You built a fortress of cold calculation.